Yo, what's good, fam? It's your man Jay, and I'm back with another episode of Evolutionary Comics. And so this video is my video from when I attended the Brandon Comic Fanfare about 2 weeks ago. Seems like it's been almost about 2 weeks, like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like that. But I realized when I got ready to edit the video that I hadn't done an intro. I didn't, give anybody any backstory as to where I was and what was actually going on. I do have like a little B-roll, and then I go into what I basically picked up. So that's what this is. And shout out as always to my man Sherrick. He is the owner of the Plant City Comics Cafe. And shout out to Ybor City Comics. And shout out to Mikey Comics down in, I think it's in Fort Myers. Those are a couple of the places, the couple of spots that they were vendors that I talked to. Urban Comics was there. I think Read More Comics was also there in attendance. So those are the people that were all in attendance. It was a great time. It was a very small con, which is great because I found some absolute jewels there. The prices were great. It was really cool because people got to intermingle and got to talk with each other as far as not being lost in a huge crowd or anything like that. And the best thing, it was strictly about comics. It wasn't about all the other stuff that goes along, which those things are vital. Those things are definitely vital to the culture, but sometimes it's good to just get straight down to the comics. So without further ado, let's talk about the Brandon Comic Fanfare, and hopefully you guys can attend next year. And I am definitely going to be promoting it. Hopefully by then I will be somewhere working back in comics. That is my eventual goal. But yeah, in the meantime, let's get it. All right, fam. So I'm finally able to take a breather and sit down with you guys and show you guys what I actually picked up at the Brandon Comic Fanfare. It was held in Brandon, Florida. My man Sherrick, the owner of Plant City Comics Cafe, he was the I guess he's the organizer of this event. But it was a really dope little a smaller con. It's a more personal con, which I think people, true comic book collectors, you really get more out of it because there's not a lot of other stuff there. You didn't have to worry about going to a con that has all of these separated booths for comics and then a bunch of other stuff in between. If you're just looking for comics, this was your con. This was your spot. Sorry if the camera is shaking, but the table is shaking a little bit. But hey, I do what I do. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys what I picked up from Brandon Comic Fanfare, and I think I made off like a bandit. Something that I don't really like getting into prices and saying, oh, this 9.8 is worth this much, or this is the hot book right now. I really go after things that I just want in my collection. But at the same time, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about what a great deal that I got. And I'll tell you guys that I looked up everything as I entered in my CLZ app. If you're a real collector and you're trying to keep track of your comics and you want to know exactly what you have, so you're not buying doubles and triples of things, thinking that that you don't have something, or if you want to share it with somebody else and let them know exactly what's in your collection, if you want to trade or if you're trying to sell somebody something else. All right. So anyway, with that being said, I entered everything in my CLZ app, which is also partnered with Cover Price, which they kind of give you a ballpark figure of what the comic is worth when you enter it for most comics. And what I did was I calculated what Cover Price estimated each one to be, and I did a little light grade to see exactly what range it would be in. And I think I came off really well because according to that, the value of everything that I got came out to be like $375. And I'll tell you, I didn't pay $375. I ain't have $375 in my pocket to pay, but I got some really dope stuff. All right, so first I got this icon. This is Icon 36. I'm showing you guys this one first because I took it out of the plastic because the plastic was sticking. Didn't want it to affect any other book. So I picked up this one. This is a cover that I hadn't seen before, but it's a really dope cover. Whoever had it, they must have pressed it or something because it is in absolutely perfect condition. But it's really dope with that red color to it and then Icon on the cover. I picked that up. And I also picked up Icon 35 with your girl Rocket on the cover. Pick that up together. And I usually try to pick up any Icon books or any milestone books that I don't already have in my collection. And I got really good deals on those. I want to know about the Hood. I heard that the Hood is supposed to be the villain in the Riri Williams show, if that ever comes out on Disney Plus. But I don't really know nothing about the Hood. And I guess there's a lot of people who have overlooked him as a character. I seen him spotty here and there. I think I seen him in a Daredevil comic. But I picked these up. This is the Dark Reign for the Hood. And this one is issue 3. And I also picked up, I'm trying to make sure the glare where you can see it with the glare from the light is not affecting it too much. This one is issue 4. So yeah, I picked up those. Had to get me some Blade. Any Blade books I saw, I was buying those, adding those to my stack. Picked up this Savage Dragon 145 with the last real president on the cover. And I ain't talking about Savage Dragon. It's my man Barack Hussein Obama. So there's a lot of different covers with Barack on it. My man Dave with Ybor City Comics which I bought all of this stuff from him and from Sherrick. They kind of had like a joint booth, but he had this other book, and it's where It has Black Panther. It's a Black Panther cover. I think Black Panther 25 cover, and it has President Barack on the cover as the Black Panther. I saw that cover before, but I hadn't seen it in a foil. He had that, and I wish I had the loot to get that one, but that was out of my price range, so I let it be where it was at. But that was definitely a dope cover. It was definitely something that somebody is going to be happy to have in their collection if somebody bought it. I don't know. I left kind of early. I had to go do a photo shoot, so anyway. Next up is from Big City Comics. This is Mario Gully's Ant Unleashed. And I'm friends with Mr. Mario Gully on Facebook, and I absolutely love his creation of this character. Really waiting for him to create another character similar, something just as dope, because no disrespect to Eric Larson, but he didn't do it like Mario did it. He created a really dope character with this character. So I got this. One of those duplicate covers that I missed. I already had this, but I got this one as well. And this was one that I didn't have. I was missing out of this one. That first one was from Big City. These are on Image, and this one is also on Image. Out of the Image run, I'm missing. Out of the first Image run, I was missing 9, and I was also missing 14. So I got those. And hopefully I'm going to be able to complete the run of those. This is real dope. And I don't know how many backboards he put in this one, but yeah, this is pretty solid. And Mylar, I think I'm gonna have to get me some Mylar bags, because I really like the way the book is set in those. Makes it feel more secure. I picked up this Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars #3. This is another book that I remember the day that it came out. I remember hunting these down, and I didn't understand as, a 11-year-old kid, 12-year-old kid, how often comic books came out. I didn't understand that. I just know that, hey, on every Tuesday, these books they're going to recycle the books that's on the shelves and then put something else on the spinner rack. But this is one of the ones that I picked up when it came out when I was a young kid. I'm happy to have this back in my collection. Hopefully I'll be able to complete the run of the entire Secret Wars. So got that. And I got this one. Not sure if there's, I don't even know. I forget who the artist is. What was her name? Steranko or something? Hold on. All right, and this is another one that I picked up. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 003. This is the Renew Your Vows. This is the Sarah Pacelli cover, Comic Exposure. I don't know who they are exactly, but I like this cover, thought this was dope. I think it came up as a key, but I'm not sure what the deal was with it, but I really thought this was a cool cover, so I picked that up. Picked up this one because this is a key for something. I don't know what, but I knew that I've seen this book enough to know that that this is a key. It's a minor key. I think it's the first appearance of someone. I'm not sure who it is exactly, but this one is New X-Men 114, and yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know. So. All right, I picked up this Invincible Iron Man. I knew this one. This is the first cover appearance of James Rhodes. You see him in the background behind Tony Stark. This is the first cover appearance, so had to grab this one. It's a low grade copy, but like I saw one of my friends post today, low grade better than no grade. So I grabbed this one. And anything that looks like Black Panther, which this is definitely got to be Black Panther, because at first I was like, is that Spider-Man? But then I looked and I saw the claws on the hand and I was like, nah, that's T'Challa. Got to be Black Panther. So this is Secret Empire This is the number 7 variant. Apparently, I guess they call it the Heroes variant or something like that. So I guess there's multiples of these, and it shows the artist is Sorrento. So yeah, I got that. Speaking of Black Panther, got another number 1 which I needed for my collection, and this is the first one in the Reginald Hudlin run. So I have this one in I forget what they called it. I guess it's just a trade hardcover, but it's the 1 through 6 or whatever. But I wanted to have the number 1, and I think I already got one, but just was getting this one just in case. All right, and this is Marco Cicchetto. This is Black Panther number 170. Got this one because I thought the cover was dope. Didn't realize I already also had this one. And for some OG books, I picked up this Demon number 11. Picked up Demon number 12. And I picked up Demon number 14. And I pretty much was picking up any of these Demon books that I saw that were under 20, because I want to try to complete a run of the first Demon series. I got to get number 1, but I think my pops got me. He got me a couple of these. They should be around here somewhere, but I don't think I've logged those in yet. But there was something I wanted to add to the cover. Etrigan the Demon, I think that's his name. Picked up Black Goliath number 4. Trying to also complete my Black Goliath run. I have 1, 2, and 3, so I have 4. And I can't remember exactly how many are in the run, but I'm picking up all of these that I see. And again, I talked about this in another video. A couple that are YouTubers, I think I can't remember. I always forget their names, so forgive me for that. I'll put it like in the bottom or something like that, so you guys can see. But this other YouTube channel, I heard them talking about this Ragman character, which I had absolutely no clue about, but now I'm intrigued. So I picked up a couple of those. My pops picked up one inadvertently for me, but this is Ragman number 3. So I'm getting closer to number 1. Hopefully I'll be able to find a number 1 first appearance of the Ragman. But yeah, I read the first couple covers. This little kid is actually blind, and he's blind, and I don't know if he's deaf. No, he's not deaf because he heard the dude cracking his knuckles. But he has some disabilities where he's not a good witness, but these dudes chasing him, thinking that he saw them kill somebody, and he actually heard it, and he could smell the hair gel from one of the dudes to help identify him. It's crazy, but I'm gonna read this one completely and see what else is going on in this story. But I thought that was a really dope storyline, that Ragman is saving this little kid away from these gangsters that are murderers. So I got this, which I'm happy about. And you can't really go to a con unless you get some type of key. You gotta stick to whatever your budget is. And my man Dave at Ybor City Comics, he did me a real solid, and I was able to get this particular key that this on my most wanted list. I'm knocking down a lot of stuff on my most wanted list. I really think it's time for me to redo that list, and I think I'm gonna share it with you guys when I do it. But I want people to know that, hey, once you accomplish one goal, that just means there's something else for you to accomplish. I'm not close to that Fantastic 452 or that Tomb of Dracula number 10, but those remain as my top 2 books in my my most wanted list, so I got to get those. But I picked up this Marvel Premiere number 28, The Legion of Monsters, and voila. So this is the key that I picked up. Super happy about this. I'm super happy to have this in my collection. Fortunately, I didn't pay that price tag that's on there. Like I said, my man Dave looked out for me. Great guy. I think he's moved now, but Ybor City Comics, get it right, James. Ybor City Comics still exists, and they're in partnership with Plant City Comics Cafe. My man Sherrick down there in Plant City. So any of these books, I'm pretty sure that you can find something similar, if not the same books, at Plant City Comics Cafe. that is, I would consider that my local LCS if it wasn't so far. That's my dude, and I really appreciate him for inviting me to this event, letting me be a part of it, because I missed all the cons this year. Let me put this down. I missed all the cons this year. I didn't go to Tampa Bay Comic Con. I missed the Atlantic Comic Con, the first annual Atlantic Comic Con up in Virginia with my man D Flood. And I missed the Atlantic Comic Con up in Virginia with my man D Flood and Blurred Core and all those guys. But this is gonna be considered my my first, like how you always have a first. Your birthday is really your new year. So this is my new year going into the to the con season for next year. I already see I think somebody in Black City. And I also saw that somebody from the Black Comic Lords, I believe it was Paul. I can't remember, Paul or Herschel, one of those guys. They put out a thing where there's going to be a Shadow Con in February of next year in Orlando. So you guys check it out on Facebook. If I find a link, I'll put the link in there so you guys can see it. But that's going to be another con that we can actually go to. I was hoping that some of the guys from Orlando came over and supported Sherrick and the Brandon comic Fanfare. Maybe the word, didn't reach them. That's my fault too, because if I'm cool with them, I should have, reached out and said, hey, you guys do know that this is going on. But either way, we'll get more people involved as time goes on. And yeah, so that's what I picked up. I'm extremely thrilled. I'm extremely happy with everything I picked up. I'm extremely happy with the price that I got everything for. And yeah, I got some good stuff. There was a lot of other stuff. There was my man Mikey's Comics from, I think he's from Fort Myers. Me and him had a really great conversation about horror comics and some of the dope creators of those horror comics. He was giving me a lesson on Steranko and telling me different things about some of the older artists that did great covers and stuff. The things that I'm caught up in now that I'm so interested in, and I didn't know. So me and him had a great conversation. Urban Legends was there. Read More Comics was there. I'm trying to think who else that I interacted with. I think that's all that I actually had interactions with. But there was a couple other vendors there that had a lot of books. They had a ton of books. Well, man, Sherrick had a lot of books that he ended up, being able to sell a good portion of them. So I think it was a successful. So I think it was a successful event for him, and that's what's up. Me and I'm sorry, I can't remember the brother's name. I want to say Oz something, but me and Mr. Sherrick's daughter, me and her were talking, and he was sitting outside. We had a great conversation. He's if you watching this and you see this, forgive me for forgetting how the correct pronunciation of your name, but he had some really great ideas. He was talking to me about some stuff that I knew a little bit about, but he seemed to be more in depth and have more knowledge about it. So hopefully one day me and him will be able to link up, and he can be on my channel. And once he gets his channel going really well, then I'll be on his channel and help him uplift him as well. Because we all got to stick together. Like-minded people have to stick together, and it takes a village, not just to raise a child, but it takes a village to support each other. And that's the one thing that I really, really love about this culture, especially the blurred culture, and not just the blurred culture, because, I have other friends that collect the way I do, but the blurred culture, we tend to, stick to the same characters, and our keys are not the same as your keys, or not the same as the mainstream keys. And that's the one thing that I love, is because I'm looking for, my grail, my holy grail is Fantastic 452, while mainstream holy grail is Hulk 181 or Giant Size X-Men or X-Men number, all of those things, or Amazing Fantasy 15. Amazing Fantasy 15, I would love to have that in my collection. But honestly, and not trying to sound like a foolish person, but if I had an Amazing Fantasy 15 first appearance of Spider-Man, I probably would trade it to get you know, a high grade Fantastic Four 52 in the Tomb of Dracula. So that's just where I'm at with it. So anyway, like I said, I'm happy to have what I have. I appreciate my man Sherrick. If you're ever in the Tampa Bay area, or if you're crossing over from Orlando to come to Tampa, you guys got to stop in Plant City and check out my man at Plant City Comics Cafe. It's a really, really dope shop. It's getting more and more comfortable as he's settling in. He just opened it a couple of months ago. He already has some really, really dope comics in there. He has a lot of pops. He's getting collectibles. And soon the cafe part is going to be open. And I'm going to tell you, I live about 45 to 50 minutes away. But on the weekends when I don't have work, I am definitely going to ride down there, sit down, have a cup of coffee or have a drink and just kick back, because that's my atmosphere. That's what I love. Anyway, that's enough for me today. I guess you guys are tired of hearing me ramble, but I love y'all. Much love to everybody who's collecting comics. You guys tell me what you're reading. Let me know what's going on with you. Let me know what you picked up over the weekend, if you picked up anything. And, you know, shout out to all the people who support me and my channel. My dad, my brother and sister, they support me. My stepmom. Who else I want to shout out? Shout out my brother Tight. My brother Tight, he's always been super supportive, you know, of my collecting, even though I be trying to get him into collecting so bad, because I think he would be a vicious collector if he ever got into this collecting hobby. And other than that, you know, it is what it is. Y'all continue to evolve. Holla at your man Jay. Evolutionary Comics, baby. Peace.